আসসালামু আলাইকুম সবাইকে। আহ, আহ, আশা করি আপনারা সবাই ভালো আছেন। তো আজকে আমাদের সেশনটা রোহিত শর্মার সাথে। হি ওয়াজ ভেরি কাইন্ড যে আমার ইনভিটেশনটা সে অ্যাকসেপ্ট করেছে। স্পেশালি আমি যখন বললাম যে আমি এটা কি রিজনে করছি, আহ, যেটা রিজনটা আপনারা সবাই জানেন যে আহ, এই কষ্টের সময় যদি আমরা একটু মানুষকে এন্টারটেইন করতে পারি, এটাই একটা রিজন ছিল। তো যখন আমি ওকে এভাবে করে অ্যাপ্রোচ করলাম, ও একবারেই রাজি হয়ে গেল। সে ওয়াজ ভেরি কাইন্ড। তো আর সময় বেশি না নিয়ে আমরা সেশনটা শুরু করে দিই। মিন্নাস যদি রোহিতকে একটু লাইনে যদি নিয়ে আসো লাইফে প্লিজ। হাই রোহিত ভাই, হাউ আর ইউ?
Hi Tamim, how are you? I'm good, thank
I'm
you.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So Rohit bhai, how's the situation in India now?
Situation in India is not good at the moment. There has been a lot of cases, especially in Mumbai, and the cases are going up every day. But I mean, the government, the police, the doctors, they're doing their best to make sure that it doesn't spread. But again, it's our responsibility as citizens to make sure that we follow discipline and make sure that we stay indoors.
Yeah.
That's what government and the cops are asking us to do. So just follow the guidelines, and it will be easier for everyone then. But some places people are not following the guidelines. People are going out, so that is not helping. But yeah, I hope the situation in the next few weeks settles down a little bit, because otherwise it will be a problem for us going forward. If we cannot contain the situation right now, it will be a big problem. So I hope that we can stay indoors, follow the guidelines of the government, and stay disciplined.
Yeah.
How
Yeah. So
Bangladesh? What is the
it's quite
situation there?
similar. Quite similar, Rohit bhai. It's just the problem with our country, and same goes for India, because we have so many people who earns daily. We cannot go completely lockdown. So the government is doing their best, and we try to do that in for a month, and then at the moment we are trying to open some sectors slowly, so at least they can take care of the poor people. So that's the problem, especially in Asia. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I know. We have the population is very hard to control, and you can't control everybody, and that is where the discipline and everything needs to come into the picture. And once we follow the guidelines, hopefully, we will be able to control this situation. If we don't follow, then it'll be damn tough for
Problem, yeah.
everybody, whether it's government or police, cops, or the doctors. We just need to make sure that 10-15 दिन के लिए हम घर के अंदर बैठे. अगर वो 10-15 दिन हम घर में बैठेंगे, तो आई थिंक जो सिचुएशन जो आगे आगे जा रहा है वो थोड़ा सा स्टेबल हो जाएगा. एंड इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट
Right.
फॉर नॉट जस्ट यू एंड मी, बट फॉर
Yeah.
एवरीबडी टू मेक श्योर दैट वी कंट्रोल दैट सिचुएशन.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very true. So, Rohit bhai, first of all, you are very kind enough to accept my invitation. So I've been doing this show with my fellow teammates, and then just on Wednesday I did it with Faf. It's just to entertain people for an hour, because we people are going through a lot of problems, and then this lockdown. And so this was my idea to entertain
Yeah,
people for at least for an hour.
yeah, it's
Sometimes
a, it's a
if
it's a very good idea. People talking to each other from different countries. It's something for people also to look forward to, and hear what we have to talk about. When we are playing, it's a different story, but when we are off the field, we are all friends. So it's always nice. I was talking to a few of my teammates. I spoke to a few of the guys from the outside as well. So it was nice. It was nice. People are liking the chat, and it's nice for us to give something back to the people in times like this. It's very important.
Very true, very true. Rohit bhai, I don't know if you know this or not, but you have a huge fan following in Bangladesh. People just absolutely loves you,
Oh,
especially
keep
the way.
bolve, keep
Ki
bolve.
bolbe, ki bolbe. They say a lot of good things about you. They say a lot of good things about you, and So I'll ask something about cricket. I'm sure a lot of people wants to know how you deal with your things, and
Yeah,
especially
sure.
me and my and some of my teammates also wants to know this. Is this especially you have been doing so well, mashallah, in ODI format and Test as well. So what's the mindset? What do you think about when you go to bat? Like, you try to attack from the ball one, or you take your time? What's how about it?
Um, no, I see. I started. I was not a regular opener. I started opening in 2013 during Champions Trophy in England. That was the first time I ever started opening the batting for India. उसके पहले एक दो बार ओपन किया था कोई कोई मैचेस में जहाँ पे रेगुलर ओपनर को इंजरी हो गया था. And then I started opening the batting in 2013 regularly for India. Mindset, I made a lot of mistakes initially in my career. The first 5 6 years when I was batting in the middle order, I made a lot of mistakes. और जो सबके साथ होता है, when you come into the international arena, you are bound to make mistakes early on in your career. But I have realized those mistakes is not going to take me anywhere. So I have to think about my game. I have to bring some discipline into my game, and that's what I did. Opening the batting. Now you are also an opener. तो कुछ कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो बैटिंग करते वक्त मैं ध्यान में रखता हूँ. आई लाइक टू टेक माई टाइम इनिशियली, और वहाँ पे मुझे शिखर धवन का हेल्प होता है. शिखर धवन इज नेचुरली वेरी अटैकिंग प्लेयर.
Yeah,
He likes to play ground shots. He doesn't like to
yeah,
play aerial shots, but he likes to play ground shot, and that is his strength to find gaps. So I try and give a lot of strike to him initially. और ये सब सोच के मैं बैटिंग करता हूँ. My job is to bat as long as possible till about 45 or 40th over if possible. That is what I think when I bat. And yeah, especially when we are batting first, I don't like to take too much risk. I
okay,
like to because I know towards the end I can consolidate and I can accelerate the scoring rate. But initially, I just want to give a lot of strike to Shikhar, and especially like I know if we are chasing more than 300, 350, then the plan is very easy. I know what to do. Uh, then
yeah,
it's not about Shikhar Dhawan only hitting the ball. I have to also hit the ball.
yeah,
So I've
yeah,
understood that, and I try and not make too many mistakes.
yeah, understand.
That is
So
what.
you like, I'm sure if like everyone else, do you feel nervous? Do you doubt yourself sometimes?
Of course, nervousness will be part of your life till the time you are playing. Even nervousness comes even if you're not playing. In
Mm,
normal life, also you feel nervous. But as
yeah,
long as you're playing cricket, you will be nervous. Whether it's your first game, whether it's your 300 game, you will always
yeah,
be nervous. And people who say I'm not nervous, they will be lying for sure. Because
yeah,
nervousness is not getting scared. Nervousness is about going out there and performing. बिकॉज हमको हर मैच में परफॉर्म करना अच्छा लगता है. वी हैव टू स्कोर रन्स, वी हैव टू मेक आवर टीम विन. तो उस चीज का नर्वसनेस रहता है. नर्वसनेस का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप डर गए हो या
right,
यू डोंट वांट टू टेक द चैलेंज. बट नर्वसनेस is there. It will be constant till the time you are playing. I am always nervous when I am playing whichever format I am playing. I am always nervous. Honestly, for first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I am always nervous. एक
yeah,
बार आपने if you spend enough time on the crease, the nervousness starts to fade away a little bit.
true, true. I think as an opener, I think the worst thing that is you recently started opening in test matches. I don't know if you have done
हाँ,
it much or not, which is to bat for 2 overs when the other team gets bowled out and you have to walk in
yeah.
for 2 overs.
I have not
Is
done
the
that
worst
yet.
thing. Is the worst thing.
I know अभी तक मेरा टाइम आया नहीं है उसका. मैंने अभी just I have played only 5 test match, opening the batting,
Yeah,
3 against South Africa
yeah,
and 2 against you guys. But हाँ, मुझे पता है कि कितना टफ टाइम होता है. इट्स वेरी टफ व्हेन the opposition gets all out 15-20 minutes before the end of day's play, and you have to go and bat 2 overs. It's a tough time. It's the hardest time that you have to bat. अभी वो सब मेरे करियर में आएगा, मुझे पता है.
Yeah, so there's a very funny. Yeah, sorry. So there's a very funny story regarding this. So I was talking to my coach. I said, "You don't consider us openers as a batsman, do you?" He said, "Why?" He said, "Because you have a night watchman for number three, but you never send a night watchman for an opener. Why is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
हमारे पास, no, it's a good one. I mean, you always think when you have to play 2 overs, you would rather send a night watchman with
yeah,
a regular opener. But problem ये है कि you can't send 2 night watchmen.
true.
So the thing is, if अभी let's say you and me, we go to bat. अगर आपके
Yeah,
लिए अगर नाइट वॉचमैन दिया तो मुझे गुस्सा आएगा, अगर मेरे लिए दिया
true,
तो आपको गुस्सा आएगा.
true,
So it's
true, very
always
true.
like that. So which is why I don't think the openers take the night watchman.
Yeah, I think England recently did it in Ashes. I think where I think Jason Roy didn't came out to bat. Someone else did.
अच्छा. I mean, I don't think it's a bad option.
Yeah,
It's a tactical option. So I don't mind taking that option if it comes in the future. It's a
yeah,
it's again it's not that you're getting scared. It's just being smart. You are smart
yeah,
and you're putting your team into good position. Next day, who knows? Things will be different.
yeah, true. And especially in those 2-3 overs, you have everything to lose, less to
Yeah,
achieve.
correct. And you know how it is. The fielders are all over you. They are
Yeah,
standing. One is like there are 9 guys standing in front of your face. So it's
yeah,
not easy. You're nervous. एक mistake, एक गलती हो गया, then you are out. And suddenly next day, the pressure is on the other batsman, your regular batsman who comes to bat. The pressure is on him. And why unnecessary create that pressure? If you have the option, you take it. I mean,
yeah,
it's a
true,
good one
true. Even the
actually. We have
even
to.
उसको bowler को भी पता है that you're not going to attack him. You're only going to
Correct.
survive. So
Yeah,
yeah, so
exactly.
this is something to think about for openers.
Yeah, all the 12 balls that we have to
Yeah,
face, it will be all variation. We know that.
yeah,
अगर
yeah,
इंडिया में या बांग्लादेश में आप खेल रहे हो, तो we know
yeah,
there will be spinners bowling the
yeah.
fir- the 2 overs, so they can try all the options. They can bowl carom ball, ulta, pulta, जो भी होता है सब. They can try everything. The batsman is under pressure.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Uh, yeah. So I got a different question out of not related cricket, which is I believe you're a big Real Madrid fan. Do you?
Yes, I am.
Don't you? Yeah. So me too. I'm a massive Real Madrid fan. We always in the dressing room we are always fighting about Real Madrid and Barcelona because half of them are Barcelona supporters, half of them are
Uh,
Real Madrid supporters.
oh, okay.
Yeah, you're a big Ronaldo fan as well.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't love Ronaldo? Yeah, Ronaldo is the king. I mean,
Yeah,
what he has done with his career is simply outstanding. You have to bow down and just applaud whatever he has achieved in his career, because it's not easy. The background that he came from. He's had a very rough time at the start,
yeah.
and I appreciate all these people who have had a hard time in their career at the start, they and towards the end they've gone on to make very big out of whatever opportunities
Yeah,
they've.
yeah, and I was very lucky during 2017 Champions Trophy. So they were playing the Champions League final in
I
Cardiff.
know.
So
Cardiff,
I
yeah.
went to yeah I went to see that match. It was amazing. The
Oh
atmosphere
wow.
was like unreal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we were, if I'm not wrong, I don't know where we were, but I remember talking to a few of my teammates about it, about going and watching that game. But unfortunately, yes, it couldn't happen.
Yeah, but you
But
recently visited. I saw somewhere.
I went to see El Clasico,
Great.
and it was a great experience. Real Madrid won that game. It was
That's good.
in
Yeah,
their home ground, Santiago Bernabeu. And yeah, it was 2-0 to Barcelona. It was a great game. I,
yeah,
I was very happy to see that game.
yeah. True. So Rohit bhai, there is something wrong with you with Bangladesh because I told you that there's a lot of fans that loves you, but आप जो कर रहे हो हमारा साथ वो सही नहीं है क्योंकि आप if you
मतलब
see into मैं बता रहा हूँ आपको if you see in 2015 World Cup, you got 100. In 2017 Champions Trophy, you got 100 again. And in 2019 World Cup, you got 100 again. That credit goes to me because I dropped you.
Yeah.
By Rohit bhai, you have no idea. मेरे को जो क्या troll किया उसके बाद. Till now I have to listen that drop catch I've done. So it was like it was a nightmare for me. But sometimes people doesn't understand that these kind of things happens.
Yeah, I see. When you're playing a match, everybody is trying to win the game. Uh, the team, your players, they are trying to give full effort to win the match. Nobody goes out there purposely to drop catch or not play so well. Everybody wants to play well and they want to win the game. But I mean, India and Bangladesh, the cricket fans are passionate about the game. So every time we make mistakes, we are also criticized by everyone, not just the media, but also the people who are watching the game. And I'm very sure it's the same there because I've been to Bangladesh myself and I've seen how passionate everyone are in Bangladesh to watch the game, especially at the ground. When we come to the ground to play the match, it's unbelievable because India is not used to not having support at the ground, and Bangladesh is the only place where we don't get any support.
Yes.
Maybe we will have 100 200 people sitting there, but anywhere in the world we go, we get support. We get a lot of people coming and watching the match, but Bangladesh is the only place where we don't get any support.
No. They back us. They back us completely. Our support is like.
No, I've seen it, and hats off to each one of them, who come and watches the game. I know how much they enjoy the game and how much they want you guys to win the match. And now what Bangladesh team is from what it was 15 years ago or 10 years ago. This is a totally different Bangladesh team now. I feel each one of you guys, when you come out to play, there is a purpose. There is a sense of eagerness in you guys. So it's a different Bangladesh team now.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's just not me saying that. Everybody says that, and we have seen with your performances also during this World Cup and all the tournaments that you guys have played in the last 2-3 years.
Yeah. So I'll just go back to 2019 World Cup, the game against India when I actually dropped you, and then for उसके बाद से I was praying to God. I said, भाई इसको कोई तरह से out कर दो, कोई तरह से out कर दो. So I did that till you reach 40, and then I said, I know what's going to happen. And then that was the particular over there where you took off. You hit one of our spinners for 2 sixes, and then it was never looking back.
Yeah. I know. I remember that.
Yeah. It was good.
It was like, I see. I feel when things are not going your way, somebody takes a blinder, a solid catch, a one-hander, and then sometimes you don't get a good decision from the umpire when things are not going your way, and suddenly when you want to make the most when things are going your way, and that day was my day. Can you hear me? Have we lost?
Sorry. I lost you for a bit here.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, that's
no.
right.
So I was only talking about when things are not going your way, you get a bad decision from the umpire. कोई ऐसे ही एक हाथ से अच्छा कैच पकड़ लेता है तुम्हारा, तुम रन आउट हो जाते हो. So when things are going your way, you have to make the most of it. So I think when you drop my catch, that is what I was thinking कि अभी तो यार मेरे को करना पड़ेगा यार. I have to
Yeah.
score big.
Yeah. Rohit bhai, I always wanted to ask you this. I always wanted to ask you this, just as a player, is भाई आपको 100 का बाद क्या हो जाता है? कोई भूत प्रेत कुछ आ जाता है आपका अंदर? You just keep on going. What's the thing in it?
No, it's just that uh, see, जैसे मैंने अभी start होते वक्त बोला कि when you're starting the innings, you are nervous. तो एक बार आपका 100 रन हो जाता है, उसके बाद तो पूरा एंजॉय करना चाहिए आपको. वो नर्वसनेस सब चला जाता है. तो वो जो 100 आफ्टर यू गेट 100, it's your time, it's your it's your game. Unless you make a mistake, you are not going to get out. So that is what I think. And मुझे पता है कि यार जब आपका टाइम अच्छा नहीं है तो आप आउट होते रहते हो. अच्छे बॉल पे आउट होते हो, खराब बॉल पे आउट होते हो. You will get a bad decision. So I remember all those things after scoring 100. After once I go past 100, I think about all those things, how to make the most. And after scoring 100, it's like it's impossible for you to get out unless you make a mistake. So मैं बार बार अपने आप से वही बात करता हूँ जब बीच में रहता हूँ तो.
But you don't think like I have to go all out now. You still take you still look for that particular bowler to yeah.
हाँ, मतलब unless 43rd 44th ओवर तक मैं बैटिंग कर रहा हूँ, then I will think कि अभी I have to hit every ball. Till let's say till 40th over, I look to play normal cricket. मतलब if I see the ball, I will hit the ball. But after 40th over or 42nd over, then I will try to hit every ball, depending on who's batting also with me. If I'm batting with a tailender, then I will probably not take that chance. If I'm batting with the middle order batsman who's set and there is another batsman to come, then I will take that chance little early.
Yeah. Rohit, tell me something about Raghu, because I've seen him. Yes, I've seen him from outside. I remember I was batting in England during the Champions Trophy in a practice session. So I was on the side net. Dhoni bhai was on the middle net, and Raghu was throwing to Dhoni bhai. He looks rapid. He is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he was throwing at 150 easily. So tell me something about him.
No, he's very fast. He is also very passionate about cricket. He loves cricket. He's left everything and he's come to help the team from nowhere. Actually, he's got a family, very young family, and he's not left his family and come. I'm saying when he was little, when he was young, studying in his school, he left everything and he wanted to play cricket. But वो क्रिकेट में ज़्यादा आगे नहीं जा सका, तो उसने सोचा कि I have to help now. So he joined National Cricket Academy in Bangalore, and वहाँ से फिर he's gone one step forward every time from there.
Yeah, so we have a couple of them and in Bangladesh who actually they're throwing really well. So one of them was actually two of them were actually going to Sunrisers this year to throw the balls. So so they were very excited. But unfortunately, because of the situation, they couldn't go. But those two guys are really good. They're quite fast too.
Yeah. No. Nowadays, we know all the team travels with professional, who throws the ball like that with that, because it really helps to practice during the matches, between the matches as well. So it's a great help, and everybody now has this professional people who can throw the ball like that.
Yeah. You know Nafis bhai, right? He's my elder brother who was with you during Mumbai.
Of course, I was going to ask you about him now. He was with Mumbai Indians for that year. I think it was 2018.
Last,
if I'm
I
not
think.
wrong.
Yeah. Last year.
No, year before last.
Year before last, yes.
When Mustafizur was with us.
Yes. So he said hi to you, and
please, give my regards to him. In fact, my wife was telling me now. I told my wife about this chat, and I
Yeah.
told, and she told me to say hi to Nafis bhai because you know how she remembers him, because
Yeah.
Nafis bhai uh, gave her French fries at the airport.
Okay.
You should
To
ask
to
him.
to uh,
To
to
my wife.
Bhabhi.
To my
Okay.
wife,
Okay.
yeah, and she loves whoever offers her French fries. She loves French fries.
And
So
I got a
इसलिए
small story. I got a small story with my brother and Bhabhi. I'll tell you just now. Before
yeah.
telling that, I was like, I know when my elder brother came back home, so I was very curious to ask how you guys go about your things and how Mumbai Indians are so professional, all in all. He said a lot of stories, starting from the treasure hunt game that you play in your owner's house. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
very yeah, it was very interesting to hear. You know what happened during one of the games? So my brother was watching with Bhabhi. I think they were sitting in a family space or somewhere in the ground.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So my brother was really really hungry. So he wanted to eat something.
Okay.
So he wanted to go and get some food, and Bhabhi was not allowing him to get up
Oh,
from his
अच्छा.
seat. She said, no, you have to sit
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yeah, you have to sit here till the end of the game. Then you are allowed to go. So he said that I was like dying that day.
She's very superstitious about all these things. So things are when things are happening, and uh, if anybody is sitting in that position, she will not allow them to move. I mean, I'm sure Nafis bhai and my wife, they struck a good friendship during that 2 months because they were traveling together. They were sitting together in the family box. So I'm sure
Yeah,
they had a lot of talking,
lovely time. Yes, yeah,
lovely time together, and we spent a good two months together. So I'm sure they struck a good friendship. So
yeah,
she thought, okay, I mean, yeah, he's part of the team, so why, I mean, I can surely tell him about all these things. Otherwise you feel a little awkward because you don't know how someone will react about that, right?
true, true, true,
But I'm
true.
sure they got that camaraderie between them, so you can easily tell them about all that.
Yeah, I think whenever most of the time I see Bhabhi is on the stand supporting you. Okay, uh, don't you feel nervous about it? Because I've
i
been
do
I've
feel
been married.
I
Sorry,
feel
I've been
very
married.
nervous.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
go on, go on, go on.
No, I feel very nervous when she's at the stadium. Only because, like, I know that sometimes, like, for example, in Asia Cup, when we played Asia Cup in Dubai, it was, I don't know what, 40, 42 degrees in Dubai,
Easily more than that, maybe more.
and my wife was 6 months pregnant during that time.
Yeah,
So she was sitting in the stadium. She came from the toss time, and she was there till the end of the game. So I feel
yeah,
nervous during those times. When I have told her, you come after the sun sets, the temperature will come down a little bit. Then it's easier for you to sit. But she says, no, 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 I want to be there and I want to watch the game. It's very sweet of
L-
her, but I get a little nervous. Uh,
yeah,
but yeah, she loves it. And also, whenever I'm batting, her fingers are always crossed.
yeah, yeah. I
She
know, I
sits,
know, I know, I
she
know.
sits like this. She sits like this entire game. So imagine
Yeah,
when the day when I scored 200,
yeah.
my God, she has to sit like that for 2.5, 3 hours because
Oh
I'm
my
the
God.
owner.
Yeah,
So I play the
yeah,
first ball till the last ball. She was sitting like that, and
yeah. I remember watching when you scored your second double hundred against Sri Lanka.
yeah,
I was watching on the telly, and the telly was showing her, and I saw her hand was something. She
yeah,
was
yeah.
doing something with her hand. Yeah,
She was there at the World Cup also, and World Cup I got a lot of runs actually. So, and I was playing from ball one till 35th, 40th over. There were only, I think,
yeah,
2 or 3 games where I got out early. So her entire finger was sore because I had a good run at the World Cup. I was batting
yeah.
for a lot of time in the middle, so her fingers were really, really sore. But it's very sweet.
Like I've been married. I've been married for 7 years. My wife hasn't seen a single game yet from the ground
Maybe
because
she doesn't like to watch.
maybe because I'm nervous too because I don't know if I don't do well, then how will she feel and all and all. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
What
yeah. My
goes
mother
through
is
the
like
head?
that.
Yeah,
My mother don't like to. She doesn't like to watch uh,
yeah,
me play. But she came for one of the games when uh, I was announced captain of the team for the first time. She came to watch
Yeah.
that game in Bombay.
Yeah. Yeah. So another thing, Rohit bhai, which I find it very interesting about Mumbai Indians is they're very big on scouting players, don't they?
Yeah. They're very big.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, as you as a captain, especially when how do you react when somebody's picked, like he's uncapped players, he has not played a single game, and then you're playing him in such a big stage. How do you take those decisions?
Yeah, see, look, Mumbai Indians is actually one of the professional teams I have worked with all these
Yeah.
years. Especially when I became the captain, because I played for them for 2011, 12, and then third year I became the captain halfway.
Yeah.
But when you become the captain, you sit in the middle of everything, and then you know what is happening with the team, and that's when I got to know how professional this team is, because of the work they do behind the scenes. Their scouts who go and watches every game in India, all the domestic games, and that's how we finalize which player to pick and which player we cannot pick. Because and then at the end of the day, we watch their videos, we watch their clippings, and we see how they bat, how they bowl. All those things. We put in a lot of effort actually. For Mumbai Indians, after the IPL gets over, they take 2 months off. All the Mumbai Indians staff, the scouts. After 2 months,
Yeah.
they start their work about what to do next season and which are the players we are looking for next season. What went wrong this season? What are the things that we did right in this season? So they do a lot of homework. It's very professional team. It's
Yeah.
it's right on the money. Like, whatever they want, they are very clear of those things. And yeah, because
That's
they
very
talk
nice to
about
hear
it,
with
and
the
we have made a little group where we talk about all those things, and everyone talks about what went missing this year, whether it's a fast bowler, whether it's a batsman, whether we need an all-rounder, and things like that. So there is a lot of talking that happens in that group throughout the year.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember or not. I was there in IPL for
Yeah,
one season in
yeah.
2012. So I got a very, very interesting story. So I was with Pune
Yeah,
Warriors, okay, and Dada was leading the team.
yeah,
So I think our first match was at Wankhede.
yeah,
So we had a just day before of the game, we had our training and all. So and we were just when we just reached the hotel. So Dada stood up in the bus and said, "Okay, if I call you, so that means you're in the 11, and if I don't call you, then that means you're not playing." So this is the way he used to announce the 11. I find it very interesting. So I waited till 1 a.m. in the morning. The
yeah.
phone never rang, and it never rang throughout the tournament. So I didn't got to play a single game. So it was unfortunate, but I love the experience what I got from IPL.
Yeah, I see. IPL, that's the fun part about IPL. There are so many players who come from all parts of the world and they play together. Suddenly, 10 months of the year we are playing against each other, and then for those 2 months
Yeah,
we play together. It's a different feeling, and uh, all the players get to learn so much from each other. Like, if
yeah,
you are, like, for example, if you're in my team, I will get to learn so much about you, and then it's vice versa. So
yeah,
especially
yeah,
the younger players in India, they get to learn a lot. They get to learn a lot
yeah,
from all these players. So I'm in a way very, very happy with this process of the younger players getting to know how not just Indian players but other players also from the world uh, uh, plan their career, how they plan to play uh, uh, in a game. It's very, very important, and if they get to learn, so in a way they get to learn, uh, it's good for Indian cricket. And we have seen in the future, in the past, so many cricketers have come through IPL for us. So I think IPL in a way has done a lot, has done wonders to a lot of careers actually.
definitely. And by saying that we have our own tournament, we have our own franchise tournament, BPL. I'm not too sure. Have you had a chance of watching few games or not?
I lost you, Tamim.
Sorry, Rohit bhai, something again happened. I think with the internet problem maybe.
Yeah, I guess. No, it's fine.
Yeah, so I was saying that we have our own franchise tournament, which we call BPL. I'm not too sure if you had a chance of watching few games.
I no, we I have watched it on YouTube, the highlights, because I don't know if they used to telecast here on one of the channels before,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't think if they do it anymore. I'm not too sure, but I watched the highlights on YouTube.
Yeah, what I wanted to really talk to you about is, I think what IPL does, especially like you have been playing for Mumbai Indians for almost 7, 8 years now. So you can build your own team, and then you can decide. You always keep your core group together. So I've been seeing Pollard has been playing for last 7, 8 years. I think this is the thing we have been missing in BPL. I think every
Yeah,
second year or the third year we have been changing teams. I think if we can somehow manage to stay in one team for a number of years, and then we
yeah,
can do all those kind of things what Mumbai Indians are doing.
yeah. It's important. See, that's how you create the fan base also. Uh,
True, true.
and Bangladesh is a very very passionate country about cricket. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen any country being so passionate about cricket like Bangladesh. Honestly speaking, so
Yeah,
I think if you create that excitement within the fans, with certain players staying in the certain franchisee for so many years, the fan base will also increase, and the fans will look forward to going and supporting their team in that uh, with that same passion. Like for example,
true.
if you play for let's say, I don't know which team you play. I think you play for Dhaka.
Kumilla, Dhaka. Last year I played for Dhaka, but yeah, last
Yeah,
year I
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah,
Dhaka.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's say, for example, if you and few others, there you guys are playing for Dhaka for so many years, and then BCB should try and do something that the core players, like few players,
Yeah,
2 or 3 players, not more, but 2 or 3 players at least stay in that franchisee for somehow. Otherwise
yeah.
the the excitement within the fans will disappear, because if suddenly they are supporting this team this year and then they get to know, okay, you have gone to another team, and then they have to start supporting the other team.
True,
So
true. And this is what
it's for the
exactly
fans,
happening
and we
actually.
have to exactly we when we play all this when we play a sport, it's also we need to remember that the fans are the ones who make this sport so interesting for the world.
True,
And
true.
any sport you talk about, it's not just cricket, it's any sport. Fans are
Yeah,
so important to us, and if you don't look after them well,
yeah,
they are not going to look after you. It's as simple as that.
yeah. Yeah, it's like you're playing for Mumbai a year and then you're going back to Chennai. So even the fans will get confused whom to support.
Yeah, I think you have to create that excitement, which is why, like, IPL has done that very well. Like, few players from few franchisee have managed to stay in that franchisee for number of years, so that the fan base is stagnant. It's not disappearing in that way.
Yeah, Rudra, we are almost to the end of our show. But before going, I need to ask about Samaira. She had a pool day today. I saw it in Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are trying to do as much as we can sitting at home, because like, many others, many of my teammates, they have individual houses where they
Yeah,
have garden and they have backyard where they can play, where they can run. But people who live in Bombay, it's very hard to find the garden and all that. I live in an apartment,
yeah,
so whatever space I have, we try and use that space and yeah, entertain her because she is actually loving it because all of us are home. I'm
yeah,
not traveling so much now, so
yeah.
obviously she is loving it, and we try and do different things every day for her to be also entertained because right now nobody can go outside. Also, she loves going to garden, but right
Yeah,
now that is not an option for us. So we
yeah.
try and create something in our house where she is happy and she is entertained.
Yeah, okay. Give my love to her. Give my
Of course,
regards
of
to
course,
Bobby.
of
And
course.
and thank you very much, Rohit bhai, for doing this. It means a lot
No
to
problem. Anytime,
Bangladeshi people. Okay.
anytime,
So
anytime.
if you can just press the leave button, and then I'll see you. I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, buddy.
Thank
Take
you.
care
Thank you, Rohit bhai. Thanks,
and
bye.
stay safe. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. You too. You too. ওকে, আপনারা অনেকেই রিকোয়েস্ট করছেন যে সেশনগুলো যদি 1 ঘন্টা বেশি করতে পারি, বাট জাস্ট একটা জিনিস যে ওরাও খুব বিজি, তো আমার কাছে মনে হয় না যে জোর করে শোটা বেশি লম্বা করার দরকার আছে। ইটস নাইস যারা ওরা এগ্রি করতেছে যখনই আমি তাদেরকে অ্যাপ্রোচ করতেছি, বাট আশা করি এরকম আরো অনেক সারপ্রাইজ আপনাদেরকে দিতে পারবো সামনের শো গুলায়। আর এটাই। আর আমি যতটুকু পারছি আপনাদেরকে ওর ইনসাইড স্টোরি বলার চেষ্টা করছি, সেম আমাদের জন্য, আমাদের যারা ইয়াং প্লেয়াররা আছে, বিকজ হিজ বিন সো সাকসেসফুল, এখনো বলতে পারেন ওয়ার্ল্ডের ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট ব্যাটসম্যান। ও কিভাবে চিন্তা করে না চিন্তা করে এসব নিয়ে ও আলাপ করার চেষ্টা করছি। সো এখান থেকে আমার কাছে মনে হয় সবারই কিছু না কিছু শেখার আছে, স্পেশালি যারা ক্রিকেট খেলে তাদের। আর যেটা মেইন লক্ষ্য আপনাদেরকে এন্টারটেইন করা, আশা করি আপনারা কিছু হলেও ওর ব্যাপারে জানতে পারছেন। আর ইনশাল্লাহ আপনারা কালকে আমার একটা শো আছে, যেটা ইংলিশ বলতে বলতে এখন আসলে টায়ার্ড হয়ে গেছি। এখন একটু বাংলায় কথা বলার দরকার কালকে মমিনুল, লিটন আর সৌম্যর সাথে। আহ, তাহলে ইনশাল্লাহ কালকে আপনাদের সাথে দেখা হবে। আর বাই এনি চান্স যদি কেউ আপনারা এই শোটা মিস করছেন, আমার ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে যে আপনারা পুরো শোটা আবার দেখতে পারবেন। তো আশা করি খুবই তাড়াতাড়ি দেখা হবে কালকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি 10:30টায়। তো সবাই ভালো থাকেন, স্টে সেফ। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।